Zach Sterniel with NASCAR.com. Ross, I know there's a lot on the line tomorrow night in general, but the Bristol Night Race, what is the atmosphere of this event and competing in it as a driver?
Sunny, no clouds. Yeah, it's incredible. Walking through the tunnel never gets old. For me, I equate it to driving through the tunnel at Daytona, driving down to Darlington, but here it's pulling up and seeing the stadium, and then also walking through the Turn 3 tunnel. It just never gets old. It's so cool looking up at the banks and then the steepness of the grandstands. Went up and watched truck practice yesterday in the grandstands, and then I was up in the Food City Suite for the race. It's just amazing. Just being here, even if there was no racing, it's cool, and you don't get that everywhere.
19 points above the cut. What does that do to add to the intensity of this weekend for you and the one team?
I think it puts us in a spot where we are fast enough to stay above the cut line, but I mean a failure or an error, it's easy to hit the wall here, and they painted them back to their old all black. And they're waiting on you if you make a mistake. So 500 laps to get through.
Got a Holly next.
Hi Ross, Holly Kane with the NASCAR Wire Service. I wanted to ask you kind of your thoughts on racing at Bristol. You've had 2 of your career 3 top 10s in the last 2 races. Do you feel like you're really figuring out, do you like this kind of racing, this style of racing?
Yeah, I love it. I love the track. I love driving up here. I love driving on it even when I've been slow, and was really bummed as like one of my early races here. I remember I think McDowell spun off of 4 and I was running like last in the premium car, and I piled into Truex and a couple of them, like I was like, wait for me, I want to join the wreck. So I was so bummed, I remember, just because I wasn't going to get to run a full night race here. So I don't know if it's coming together or not, but Phil Surgeon has been giving me good race cars here, and we need that next step to put us really in contention to try to win. We've taken the step to get to the top 10, and we want to keep that going and take the next one.
Go to Jordan and then John.
Jordan Bianchi, The Athletic. You guys did some behind-the-scenes competition changes not too long ago. Wondering if those are starting to bear fruit at all, or is it still too soon?
I don't know. I mean, I think that the idea and the direction Justin and the direction Justin wants to go, and then appointing Todd Meredith to be boots on the ground every day, wake up, be on the shop floor, upstairs or downstairs at Trackhouse, but to actually execute it. If Justin Marks believes in it, then we're going that direction. So we're going to go that direction. Has it actually affected the cars? I wouldn't know a right front upper control arm if you sat it here on the table. So I wouldn't be able to tell. Like, I look at them and I'm like, I could bolt it together. I could physically do it, but deciding where to bolt it, deciding what spring to put in the right front, what shock clicks to put in the left rear shock, what angle to run the diffuser. I don't know that stuff. So that's for Todd to implement the right processes for him to hire the right people to execute it. I don't know. I really don't. So I stay in my swim lane when it comes to that stuff.
What's your approach for tomorrow night in terms of the balance versus being aggressive versus conservative? Because you guys are kind of that sweet, mushy middle there where you're smart and you can get through this, you'll be okay, but you also have to be mindful of everybody else and what they're potentially doing in terms of points.
Yeah. Well, we have to finish the race. We have to be rolling at the end, for sure. That's every race if you want to do good. I don't want to walk out of here with a sore shoulder. So, we have to finish and see. I mean, today we'll set the tone for how fast we are. Right, long run in practice. How can we qualify? We have actually qualified last here in a Trackhouse car. I hope no other Trackhouse driver ever has to endure that, because that was terrible. So we'll try to be better than that, and then tomorrow see where we start, and that kind of sets the attitude for how we're going to approach the start of the race at least.
Go to John and then Devin.
John, Newbie Savage Ventures. So from a competitor standpoint, when you come into a weekend where there's unknowns about tires, all that stuff, do you prefer that, or would you rather go to a weekend knowing, hey, it's just a standard Bristol race?
I don't think there's been a standard Bristol race since they built the place. So yeah, I think it's always been like this. I think drivers always come in here nervous. I think they were more nervous back in the day because the safety of the cars wasn't there. We've seen they could literally knock the fence down. I mean, they would punch holes in the gates or whatever, the guardrail, and go like. We are in such a better spot. These really are the good old days at Bristol. From a safety perspective, I believe it's my opinion, and I think drivers have been nervous walking into Bristol since they built it.
Hey Ross, Doug Turnbull from PRN and 5 to Go podcast. There was a little hubbub this week, not just about you and Shane Van Gisbergen, but also some, I think Chase Elliott and maybe Joe Logano efforts post-race, and then NASCAR making a ruling about those. Anything to say about how NASCAR has decided to enforce what drivers do post-race with cars?
No, sir. We're here. NASCAR sets the rules. I just asked for basically the rule book and the schedule, and let me go race.
10-4, thank you.
We're gonna pause for a minute, go up to the press box. Any questions up there, Tyler?
No questions in the press box.
Okay, come back down here. Last call for questions for Ross.